Hi, it's Megan. Today I want to chat with you about the power of mindset. So I want to give you a little story. This was many years ago at this point. I had been through this healing journey. I'd been trying everything. I'd been gluten-free and dairy-free and tried all the supplements and saw all the people and did all the testing and I was just coming up short. And that's when I found the emotion code. The emotion code shifted so much for me and for my son. So much healing had happened, and it was probably, 6 months or so into working with my practitioner and really starting to just feel like myself again. And it was this one day, it was in the spring, and I remember my kids were outside playing. It was a beautiful day. Kids were outside playing, the dog's outside, working in the garden. It's just a beautiful day. And I was sitting inside at the dining room table watching them, but I was sitting inside just completely engrossed in yet another health book, another diet book. And I had this moment where I realized what I was doing, and I realized that even though I felt so much better, I was still acting like a sick person. The idea that there was something wrong with me that I needed to fix had become so ingrained in my psyche that I would rather spend the day sitting inside reading a health book rather than going outside and playing with my kids. And that is a real problem. And it was like this lightning strike came down and hit me. And I realized in that moment, oh my gosh, I am acting like a sick person still. And this is gonna be the final thing that needs to shift for me. Because I would say I was like about 75% of the way there. And there was this last little bit that was 100% my mindset. And I had to shift that. And I had to realize that I had the power of choice and the power of change. And so that day I decided I closed the book and I just said, okay, I'm done. I'm done on this healing journey. I'm done acting like I'm a sick person. It's no more. And I'm going to start eating, thinking, breathing, living like somebody who has nothing wrong with them. And so I started to realize, okay, Megan, if you had nothing wrong with you, what would you be doing right now? And let me assure you, it was not sitting inside on a beautiful spring day, missing out on my life, reading some stupid diet book. So I close the book, I go outside, and from that day forward, that's when everything changed forever for me. And that day I went to a restaurant and that might sound like a very small thing, but if you've been on this healing journey long enough, I'm sure you understand, like I kept myself from going to restaurants for probably at least a year, if not more, because I was scared of, the bad, like the seed oils and the chlorine and the baby carrots and the, it's not organic, and I was worried about everything and I never went out. And so that night I went to a restaurant. And I know that it seems like a silly small thing, but it was a huge thing because it meant that I was no longer treating myself like I was a sick person. Because if you have the mindset that something is wrong with you, something will always be wrong with you. And if you have the mindset that you are a healthy, wonderful, thriving person, guess what? You are going to be healthy and thriving. And so this is just what I want to share with you, the power of mindset. We need to do our work. We need to have, the basics of our physical health, in line. We need movement. We need sunshine. We need healthy foods. We need community and connection, and we need to do our work. We need to dive into the emotion code and clear out that subconscious stuff. But if you get to a point in your healing, like where it's not working anymore, that is because it's time to shift that mindset. And you have the power to change that. You have the power to shift your perspective and shift your mindset so that you can thrive in the way that I know you deserve.